You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Wednesday the 7th of January 2026. It is 17 days after the winter solstice. It is 72 days before the spring equinox. The sun rises today at 7:20 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:02 p.m. The sun sets today at 4:44 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 5:15 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 5:49 p.m. The length of daytime today is 1 minute, 4 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 78% full at midday. The moon sets today at 10:04 a.m., and then it rises again at 9:50 p.m. The third quarter will arrive on Saturday, the 10th of January. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the middle of the night, high tide, 12:57 a.m., 1 meter 37. In the morning, low tide, 6:46 a.m., 0 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:06 p.m., 1 meter 40. In the evening, low tide, 7:16 p.m., minus 15 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, bird sightings in recent days. In winter, of course, the pigeons, sparrows, and crows are all very much out and about, and down by the water the seagulls go about their affairs as well. But with the slightly milder days, a few other birds have been in evidence. A lone mockingbird walking on a porch near an empty bird feeder. She showed no fear of the human just 6 feet away as she poked about to see if any seeds were to be had. When she found none, she flew off. And a pair of blue jays in the tree above, awking and squawking at each other, carrying on for several minutes, and then in a flash they dart off. Commemorations. On this day in 1610, Galileo Galilei first observed 4 moons of Jupiter, Ganymede, Callisto, Io, and Europa. At first he thought they were stars, and then he saw they were orbiting the planet. It was the first time a human being had observed moons on any of the known planets, a discovery made possible by the telescope. On this day in 1927, the Harlem Globetrotters played their first game in Hinckley, Illinois. The all-black team was led by their coach, Abe Saperstein, and though they were from Chicago, they adopted the name Harlem Globetrotters to honor New York's premier black neighborhood. Saperstein, who was the son of a tailor, sewed their red, white, and blue uniforms himself. The first game's lineup was composed of 5 players, 4 of whom bore nicknames. They were Walter Toots Wright, Byron Fat Long, Willis Kid Oliver, Andy Washington, and Al Runt Pullens. A somber anniversary. On this day in 1953, President Harry Truman announced that the United States had developed the hydrogen bomb. Today we remember Zora Neale Hurston, born this day in 1891. As a folklorist and author, she was a leading light of the Harlem Renaissance. She once wrote, "Research is formalized curiosity. It is poking and prying with a purpose." She also said, "Learning without wisdom is a load of books on a donkey's back." But perhaps this is the line we love best. "I have been in sorrow's kitchen and licked out all the pots. Then I have stood on the peaky mountain wrapped in rainbows with a harp and sword in my hands." Remember Zora Neale Hurston today. We also remember Charles Addams, born this day in 1912. The cartoonist was the creator, of course, of the macabre Addams Family. And that is the Observatory, Wednesday the 7th of January, 2026.